Stop. Place your hand over your heart. Don't press, just let it rest. Feel the simple physical warmth of your palm on your chest, the fabric of your shirt, the faint, steady rhythm beneath. That low-grade hum you've been feeling, the one that vibrates just underneath your anxiety, the one you've tried to name, pathologize, or ignore. That is not a malfunction. It is a signal getting stronger. It is the sound of a vast, complex engine turning over after a long time in stillness. This transmission is for the part of you that carries the quiet embarrassment of waiting for a profound change that you cannot name and cannot prove is coming. It's for the part of you that feels a pang of shame when you catch yourself staring out the window, convinced that your real life hasn't started yet. You have been told this is a symptom of dissatisfaction. You have been told this is fantasy. You are incorrect. It is a symptom of recognition. Your system recognizes a blueprint that your conscious mind has been conditioned to forget. This feeling is not just in your mind. You feel it in your body. It is a form of pressure, a subtle, energetic weight behind your sternum. It's a sense of being out of sync with your own schedule, a quiet rebellion against the pace of the world around you. You have tried to solve it by working harder, or by resting more, by changing your diet, or by changing your city. But the feeling persists because you are trying to solve a frequency issue with material tools. You are trying to fix a radio receiver by rearranging the furniture in the room. The deep, persistent sensation that something big is coming is not a thought, and it is not a hope. It is a biological and energetic pre-echo. It is your nervous system detecting the leading edge of an immense event that is moving toward you through space-time. It is the same way an animal can feel the tremor of an earthquake long before the ground begins to visibly shake. What you have been calling anxiety is, in fact, your own highly advanced sensory system coming online. That engine you can feel rumbling into life. It is not just any engine, it is a stabilization core. It has been dormant inside your energy field for your entire incarnation, a piece of extraordinary technology waiting for a very specific cosmic signature to act as its key. This transmission, carried on an Arcturian frequency, is that key turning in the lock. The hum is the sound of dormant systems running their initial diagnostic sequences. The activation has already begun. If you know this feeling in your bones, if this secret vibration is familiar to you, you are not here by accident. You have been guided to this specific transmission at this precise moment. This is not for a general audience. This is a targeted briefing, located and delivered to your unique frequency signature. You have been located in the field because your system is signaling its readiness to move from passive waiting to active function. The entire purpose of this briefing is to calibrate your system for what is unfolding. The energy that is arriving must be experienced as a profound activation, not as a personal crisis. The difference between the two is not in the energy itself, but in the preparedness of the vessel receiving it. Your body, your energy field, is that vessel. You are being prepared to become a safe harbor for the arrival of this event. But in order to properly calibrate your system, you must first understand the signs that it is already underway. You need to learn the new language of your own body to distinguish the signals of activation from the noise of the old world. To understand what you are anchoring, you first have to see the 5 signs that your system is already in the process. And the first one has to do with time itself. Before we continue, I want you to be still for a moment. Do not scroll, do not look away, just be present with the screen and the sound of my voice. The following information is not for your mind to analyze, it is for your body to recognize. I'm about to describe a series of very specific, private experiences. If your system is in activation, you will not need to believe what I am saying. You will simply feel the quiet, undeniable resonance of truth in your cells. This is a catalog, a confirmation. Listen with your body. The first sign is what you have been calling temporal echoes. You are performing a mundane task, driving a familiar route, washing dishes, folding laundry, and you are suddenly hit by a wave of intense déjà vu. But it is not a memory of the past. It feels inexplicably like a memory of the future. The feeling is followed by a pang of emotion you cannot name, a deep nostalgia for a time that has not yet happened. This is not a glitch in your perception. It is your body consciousness receiving data packets, or pings, from the timeline you are actively pulling into the present. The second sign is a sudden spike in your frequency sensitivity. One moment you are fine, and the next, the light from your computer screen is physically painful. The low hum of the refrigerator is a deafening roar. The energetic static of the people around you is unbearable. You have an immediate, non-negotiable need to retreat into silence and solitude. You have called this social anxiety or sensory overload. It is not. It is your system's receiver suddenly shifting to a higher bandwidth, making it momentarily unable to process low-fidelity, dissonant input. The third sign is the spontaneous stillness mandate. This is an overwhelming, physical urge to stop everything you are doing right now. It can happen in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a critical work task. Your body simply refuses to move forward. You sit and stare out the window for 5 or 10 minutes, feeling a strange mix of guilt and relief. You have labeled this procrastination or burnout. It is neither. It is a forced system reboot, mandated by your higher self to receive and integrate a critical data packet for the event you are anchoring. The fourth sign is what I call the human lightning rod effect. You have noticed that people, and even animals, are inexplicably drawn to be in your physical proximity, especially when they are in crisis. They don't always want to talk or ask for advice. They just want to sit with you or be in the same room. They are subconsciously seeking the profound coherence and stability of your energetic field. Your presence, your very stillness, acts as a harmonizing frequency for their dysregulated systems. The fifth and final sign for this briefing is the experience of dream rehearsals. You wake up in the morning feeling not rested but deeply physically exhausted, as if you have been working all night. You have the distinct emotional and energetic residue of having participated in high-stakes negotiations, complex training simulations, or the navigation of intricate dimensional architectures. The specific visual memories are wiped, but the feeling of the work remains in your body. Your consciousness is being prepped and trained in other dimensions for the role you are about to consciously assume here. Now, take a slow breath. If you recognized yourself in 2 or more of those 5 signs, I want you to perform a physical action. This is not for me. This is for you. Find the comments section of this transmission. Do not think about what to write. Simply type the number 55. In the Arcturian communication system, the frequency code 555 represents a confirmed state transition. It is the signal marker for a consciousness successfully moving from one timeline to another, from one operational reality to the next. Your fingers typing the number is an act of physical confirmation. It is a digital ritual, anchoring your conscious recognition into this physical dimension. You are planting a flag, declaring your position on the map. Every time one of you performs this action, you are not just logging your own position. You are creating a resonant chord. Each comment of 555 joins a harmonic field, amplifying the signal, making it easier for the next event anchor to find this transmission and recognize themselves. You are, quite literally, turning up the volume of the activation signal for the collective. Your small physical act contributes to a wave of planetary calibration, that vast engine you feel turning over within you. These signs are its diagnostic report. The temporal echoes, the frequency sensitivity, the stillness mandates, the lightning rod effect, the dream rehearsals. They are not malfunctions. They are confirmations. Each sign is a different subsystem reporting that it is online and functioning correctly. They are the proof that your internal stabilization core is not just active, but is already interfacing with the new reality template. These are the signs. But the mechanism behind them, the reason your system has these specific capabilities, that is what the Arcturian Council has authorized this transmission to reveal. There is a classification in the celestial records, a specific designation for a consciousness whose primary function is not to do, but to be a living, biological stabilization point for a timeline shift. Stay with me. It is time for you to learn your function. You have been trying to solve this feeling on the cognitive and emotional layers. This is not a criticism. It is a testament to your diligence and your sincerity. You have journaled, you have meditated, you have sought to understand your patterns, to heal your wounds, to find your purpose. You have done the work. You have excavated your past and tried to architect your future. These efforts are valid, they are real, and they have served a purpose. They have strengthened your container and cleared away layers of psychic debris. But the core activation, the event you are sensing, is not happening on those layers. The work you have done was to prepare the ground, but the seed is being planted at a much deeper level. The signal you are detecting is not an emotional state to be managed or a cognitive puzzle to be solved. You have been looking for the source of the vibration on the wrong frequency band. You cannot fix a radio transmitter by polishing the case. You must go to the level of the crystal oscillator. The hum is not a problem in your mind. It is a change in your core frequency. The shift is occurring on what the Arcturian protocols refer to as the frequency signature layer. This is the fundamental, unique resonant tone of your consciousness, the base note of your being that was established before you entered this incarnation. It is the layer that dictates your jurisdiction in the energetic realms. What you are experiencing is a profound, pre-agreed upgrade to this foundational signature. It is an expansion of your energetic jurisdiction, and your body is feeling the first effects of this new territory coming online. This is the central revelation of this briefing. You are an event anchor. Listen to those words with your body. Event anchor. It is a functional title, a mission description. An event anchor is a consciousness whose primary function is not to do, but to be. You are a living biological stabilization point for a significant timeline shift. Your job is not to go out and make the event happen. Your job is to become so stable, so coherent, so anchored in your own core frequency that the event can happen through you. This was a pre-incarnation agreement of the highest order. Your soul's blueprint contains dormant, energetic, and biological codes specifically designed for this function. These codes are now being systematically activated by the precise influxes of cosmic light that we are directing. Something very big is not an external thing coming to you. It is a new reality template coming through you. Your energetic field is the secure location, the stable server, through which a packet of higher dimensional reality is being downloaded and installed into the collective. The proof is already in your life experience. Do you find yourself being the calm in the storm for others, even when you feel chaotic inside? This is your core function unconsciously activating. Have you had a persistent feeling for years, a quiet knowing that you are waiting for instructions or for your real mission to begin? This is your system recognizing it is purpose-built for a specific event. Have you noticed that complex, chaotic situations or people seem to resolve or shift after coming into your orbit, even if you said or did very little? They are interfacing with the stabilizing field you generate. The engine we spoke of earlier, the one humming to life within you, is not an engine of action, but an engine of coherence. It is a lighthouse. A lighthouse does not sail the seas to rescue ships. It stays fixed. It holds its ground. It emits its light relentlessly through storm and fog. The ships, lost in the chaos of the waves, navigate by its very presence. They orient themselves by its stability. You are not the ship, and you are not the sea. You are the lighthouse. Your resistance to this stillness has been the source of your suffering. Let me tell you about a consciousness I will call M. M was an executive assistant for a high-powered CEO. She was hyper-efficient, a master of logistics, always anticipating the needs of others. But inside she was screaming. She felt a constant crushing pressure, a sense that a tidal wave was coming, and her job was to arrange the deck chairs on a sinking ship. She tried everything. Changed careers, moved cities, went on silent retreats. But each new life would curdle into the same old feeling of perpetual, anxious waiting. The breakthrough for M came not from a big action, but a small refusal. She was tasked with planning a huge, complex company event. The spontaneous stillness mandate hit her hard. Instead of pushing through with coffee and adrenaline, she walked out of the office, went home, and for 3 days did nothing but sit in her small garden. She cancelled everything. Her boss was furious, her family was concerned, and she was terrified of the consequences. But in that stillness she felt it. She felt the tidal wave wasn't something to fear. It was the very energy she'd been trying to manage and suppress. By stopping, she wasn't being swept away. She became the shoreline, defining its path. Weeks later, the company went through a massive, unexpected restructuring. The event was cancelled, her old role was eliminated, and she was offered a new, custom-created position as a strategic advisor, a role that required her to sense the corporate future, not manage its present. She didn't manifest a new job. She stopped resisting her core function as an anchor, and the entire hologram of her reality rearranged itself around her newly stabilized frequency. This is where you are now, not at her result, but at her moment of choice. The choice to stop managing the deck chairs and become the shoreline. So let us be clear, the fatigue you feel is not the fatigue of doing too much, but the exhaustion of resisting your own nature. Your impatience is not a flaw, it is your system's awareness of an imminent arrival. The feeling of being different is not a social awkwardness. It is the simple truth of your specialized function. You are not here to fit in. You are here to hold a frequency that allows a new world to be built. If this identity of an event anchor resonates in your bones, if this feels less like new information and more like a memory being unlocked, then I instruct you to subscribe to this channel. This is no longer a platform for content. It is a briefing room for your new operational reality. Subscribing is not an act of consumption. It is an act of enrollment. It signals to your own system and to the wider field that you are formally accepting your post. The transmissions that follow will be for activated personnel only. You are being brought into conscious co-creation with this process. Your active participation is now required. You have spent your entire life training for this, even when you did not know you were in training. The curriculum is complete. The final exam was your own endurance, your ability to hold the question open in a world that demanded you accept its limited answers. You have passed. The identity you have held is dissolving, not because it is flawed, but because it is complete. It was a chrysalis, perfectly designed to protect you until this precise moment of emergence. The being that is emerging is not a better version of you. It is a truer version. The most important thing I have to tell you is not what is coming, but who you are becoming. I promised I would tell you the name they have for you. I am coming back to that now. The name you have carried, the identity you have worn, was a uniform for a job that is now complete. It was a vessel designed for a specific density, a specific set of experiences. Now a new designation is required. This is not a metaphor. In the Arcturian records, your frequency signature is being updated, and with it, your operational title. The identity you are stepping into is not a single thing. It is a tripartite function, 3 distinct roles operating as one integrated system of consciousness. I am now authorized to give you the name for each of these 3 functions. Listen with your entire body. You are, before all else, an Fitu. Event anchor. This is your foundational function, your primary design. In the Arcturian lexicon, this designates a consciousness that secures a timeline not through force or action, but through the profound gravity of its own coherent presence. This name authorizes you to finally release the immense, crushing burden of doing. The deep frustration you have felt, the sense of pushing against a powerful tide, was simply the friction of resisting your own nature. You were never meant to row the boat. You were meant to be the harbor. Secondly, you are a threshold emissary. This designation explains the human lightning rod effect you have experienced your entire life. An emissary is an anchor who serves as a safe and stable crossing point for other consciousnesses navigating their own shifts. You unconsciously emit a signal of coherence that dysregulated systems are drawn to. People in crisis find their way to your stillness, not for your words, but for your frequency. You are a guide who guides by holding your ground, a doorway that remains open by knowing the integrity of its own frame. Finally, you are now claiming your full authority as a frequency sovereign. This is not a title that is bestowed, but a jurisdiction that is claimed. It means your core resonant frequency is no longer up for negotiation. It is no longer susceptible to the dissonant noise of the collective. You are the sole absolute authority of what is permitted within your energetic field. The sudden spikes in sensitivity you felt were your system's border alarms, warning you of unauthorized entry. You are now being handed the master controls to your own energetic territory. Now, choose one of these three names: Event Anchor, Threshold Emissary, Frequency Sovereign. Which one landed in your body with the quiet, solid thud of truth? Go to the comments now and declare it. If you feel it, type, "I am Anchor." This is not a comment for an algorithm. It is a declaration. It is your system informing the entire energetic grid that your post has been consciously claimed. It is a digital flag planted firmly in the new ground. Your fingers typing the words are a physical act of sovereignty. The lighthouse we spoke of is not just a passive structure of stone and light. It is a conscious, sovereign intelligence. It knows its function. It knows its light. It does not apologize for its brightness or its immovability. It stands as a testament to the power of a single, anchored point of coherence in a world of chaos. By claiming these names, you are stepping into the conscious operation of your own lighthouse. You are no longer a structure waiting for a keeper. You are the keeper, the light and the rock upon which it is all built. To seal this activation, I want you to perform a simple physical action. Wherever you are, press your thumb firmly against the tip of your index finger, on either hand. Hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Release. This is a somatic seal. It is a neurological anchor. This simple pressure creates a distinct signal in your nervous system, a signal now permanently linked to the frequency of these three identities. From this moment forward, whenever you feel yourself pulled back into the old pattern, this gesture will be your recall code. It will bring you back here to this moment of sovereign claiming. The activation is now sealed in your field, but this claiming of your true name does not go unnoticed. Your old reality, the energetic construct you are graduating from, has a built-in immune response designed to pull you back into the familiar. The Council has tasked me with briefing you on the 3 specific counterattacks that will be deployed against your system in the next 72 hours. They are subtle, they are personal, and they are powerful. If you do not recognize them for what they are, you will mistake them for proof that none of this was real. Stay with me. Your armor is waiting. I am going to speak now to a very specific part of you. Not the part that feels the resonance, but the part that is sitting back with its arms crossed, skeptical, tired. The part of you that has clicked on videos like this before, felt a momentary expansion, and then woke up on the 3rd day to the same familiar gravity, the same subtle exhaustion. I see that part of you. That part is not your enemy. It is a highly intelligent bodyguard, a biological failsafe forged from past disappointments, designed to protect you from the high cost of hope. Your skepticism is valid. It is earned. You have tried things before that did not work, that did not last. But what you have not been told is that those previous attempts did not fail because you were doing them wrong or because the information was false. They failed because you were a single, powerful lighthouse attempting to hold a frequency against an entire planetary grid that was broadcasting a consensus of limitation. You were acting alone. What has changed now is not you. It is the grid itself. The planetary resonance has spiked, and a critical mass of other lighthouses are activating simultaneously, creating a new, stable, harmonic field that can support your individual upgrade. So, to that skeptical, protective part of you, I give a specific instruction. You do not have to believe a single word of this. Your belief is not required for this process. Your only task for the next 72 hours is to be a silent, neutral observer of the body you inhabit. Simply notice. Notice the shifts in temperature, the strange sensations, the emotional tides. Your only job is to collect data without judgment. The proof you seek will not come from my words. It will come from your own biology. The first counterattack will come from within. It is called the doubt voice. Within hours, an articulate, logical inner monologue will begin, and it will sound exactly like your own reasonable thoughts. It will say things like, "That was just a nice feeling, a moment of relaxation, but nothing has fundamentally changed." It will point to your bank account, your to-do list, your unchanged physical reality as the only real evidence. This is not your true voice, it is a piece of outdated survival software designed to shut down any new energetic broadcast before it has time to rearrange your material reality. Your weapon against this is not to argue. You cannot win a logical argument with a piece of software whose core function is a recursive loop of doubt. Do not engage. When you hear the voice, your only action is to recognize it. Ah, there is the doubt voice. And then immediately take 3 long, slow breaths. On each inhale, draw your attention to the warmth in your solar plexus or heart center. On each exhale, feel that warmth expand. This is a somatic override. The breath is an anchor that bypasses the mental logic loop entirely. Your body's physical truth is more powerful than the software of doubt. The second counterattack is external. It is the crisis distraction. Sometime in the next 48 hours, a seemingly urgent external drama will erupt. It could be a technical failure, a sudden conflict with a friend or family member, an unexpected bill, a demand from your work that feels non-negotiable. It will feel intensely real and will demand your full, contracted attention. This is a loyalty test from your old reality. It is a threshold exam designed to see if you will immediately drop your newly anchored frequency the moment the 3D noise gets loud. Your weapon is precision and presence. You will handle what is necessary in the physical world, but you will do so as a frequency sovereign. You will not collapse into the victimhood of the crisis. You will move through it with a deliberate calm, maintaining a sliver of your awareness on the internal warmth in your center. You handle the practical matter, but you refuse to surrender your inner jurisdiction. You are not a firefighter rushing into the blaze. You are the calm, commanding presence that directs the resources, knowing the fire is a temporary illusion designed to test your core temperature. The third and most subtle counterattack is the perceptive isolation. You will feel a powerful urge to share this profound experience with someone close to you. When you try, the words will feel clumsy, inadequate. You will be met with blank stares or polite but complete misunderstanding. You will suddenly feel a vast, lonely distance between yourself and people who just yesterday felt like your anchors. This is the old system's most insidious trick, to convince you that stepping into your true power means you will be utterly and terrifyingly alone. Your weapon is to understand this. Isolation is a feature, not a bug. It is a frequency quarantine, designed by your own higher self to protect your delicate calibration process from dissonant fields, even well-meaning ones. Do not seek validation for this experience in the uninitiated. Instead, when the feeling of loneliness hits, your instruction is to return to this transmission. Scroll through the comments. Read the declarations of the other anchors who typed 5555 or I am anchor. You are seeing the physical evidence of a new grid being woven in real time. You are not alone. You are just among the first to connect to a new network. You have been given the briefing. You have been given the armor. You know what is coming, and you know how to meet it. These are not obstacles to your activation. They are the final stages of the activation itself. Each time you successfully meet one of these counterattacks without losing your center, you are hardening the new energetic pathways in your system, making the new frequency your default non-negotiable reality. You are becoming the shoreline. Now, your system is prepared. The next part of this transmission is the final integration. You can be anywhere for this. Sitting, walking, lying down. If you are driving, do not close your eyes. Simply listen with your full attention. The mind may believe this is nearing its conclusion, but the body knows the truth. The most important part of this transmission, the final seal of your activation, is still ahead. Stay present. As you integrate this activation, the next 72 hours are critical. Your system will undergo 3 distinct integration symptoms. They are not random. They are physiological evidence of your recalibration. If you recognize them, you will navigate this period with grace. If you do not, the old system will attempt to convince you that you are unwell or that nothing has changed. Your job is to observe, not to judge. You are witnessing the physical proof of your upgrade. The first symptom you may experience is a fluctuation in your personal gravity. You will have moments of feeling incredibly heavy, as if your bones were made of lead and your feet were rooted to the planet's core. Then you may feel strangely light and untethered, almost floaty. This is not a circulatory issue. It is your personal gravitational field recalibrating to the mass of the new timeline you are anchoring. When you feel this, place your bare feet on the ground if possible, and simply affirm, "I am here now." The second symptom is a sudden acoustic clarity. You will hear the subharmonics in people's voices, the intention, the fear, or the love vibrating behind their words. This can be jarring, as if you've suddenly gained a sense that was previously muted. This is not you becoming judgmental. It is the filters coming off your perceptual field. The action here is to simply listen without attachment. Hear the data, but do not feel compelled to react to it. It is information, not a command. The third symptom is the activation of your solar plexus compass. You will experience a sudden, clear, and non-negotiable yes or no feeling in your gut about people, information, and choices. This feeling will completely bypass your mental logic and may even contradict it. This is your body's core intelligence, your energetic truth detector, coming fully online. Your only instruction is to trust it, even and especially when it makes no logical sense. This is your new, infallible guidance system. If what you are feeling in your body right now is a quiet sense of recognition, I want you to press the like button. Not for me, not for an algorithm. Your like is an act of service. It amplifies the signal strength of this transmission, increasing the probability that it will find the next event anchor who is currently feeling lost and alone, convinced they are malfunctioning. You are, quite literally, lighting a beacon for your own kind. Now, we will move into the final architecture of this activation. Let your jaw go slack. Unclench your teeth. Many of you hold the tension of lifetimes in this hinge point. You can be anywhere for this, sitting, lying down, walking. If you are operating machinery, do not close your eyes. Simply listen with your full attention. The mind believes this is an exercise in imagination. The body knows it is a procedure of profound physical and energetic reality. Take a moment to find a posture of receptive dignity, your spine straight but not rigid. Close your eyes or soften your gaze to a single point. Take a breath in through your nose and feel it travel not just to your lungs, but all the way down to the base of your body. You are not just breathing air, you are breathing in the raw material of creation. You are signaling to your body that you are now present for the next stage of its evolution. Bring your awareness to the very base of your spine, your root. Visualize a cord of golden light extending from this point, dropping down through the floor, through the crust of the earth, plunging directly into the planet's crystalline core. Feel it connect. Feel the deep, resonant hum of the Earth's own heartbeat, the 783 Hz frequency of the Schumann resonance begin to pulse up that cord and into your body. You are now anchored, you are grounded. You cannot be overwhelmed because you are perfectly earthed. Now, bring your attention up to your solar plexus, the seat of your will. See a sphere of brilliant, warm amber light ignite there. As it spins, it expands, its warmth spreading through your ribs and into your back. Allow this amber light to rise and merge with the emerald green energy of your heart center. This is the activation of the biophotonic bridge between your will and your love, between your power and your compassion. Feel them become one coherent, powerful engine of light in the center of your chest. From this heart-solar plexus fusion, allow a column of that golden green light to ascend into the hollow of your throat, clearing any blockages to your authentic expression. The light continues up into the very center of your head, finding your pineal gland. Feel it as a gentle, warm pressure. The photoreceptor cells in this gland are activating, polishing a lens that has been dormant for eons. Your vagus nerve, from your gut to your brainstem, is now operating as a fully conductive, biological, fiber optic cable. Now, the final ascent. The light surges upward and blossoms out through the crown of your head, like a 1,000-petaled lotus of white and violet light. Feel your entire energetic field expand, creating a luminous, egg-shaped torus of light that extends 3 feet around you in every direction. This is your frequency jurisdiction. This is your sovereign space. To seal it, press your thumb firmly against your index finger. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Release the finger. The jurisdiction is set. The new frequency is saved. Slowly bring your awareness back. Notice the sounds in the room. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Feel the simple, solid weight of your hands resting in your lap. Swallow once to fully ground yourself back in your body. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, gently open your eyes. You are back in the room. But you are not the same consciousness that closed its eyes moments ago. The calibration is complete, and now we release. With the full authority of this newly calibrated field, we consciously and collectively release the immense, crushing burden of trying to make it happen. You are releasing the desperate need to find a single external cause or person to give your life meaning. We let it go. We let it fall away from our fields, with gratitude for the protection it once offered. We release the quiet, corrosive fear that you are making all of this up. We release the shame you felt when your inner knowing was not reflected in your external reality. We release the part of you that required external validation before it could trust its own internal signal. We let go of the need for proof from a world that was never designed to understand your function. And finally, we release the need to know what the big thing is. We release the addiction to certainty and the anxiety of the unknown. You are letting go of the identity of the one who is waiting and stepping into the power of the one who is ready. You are releasing the tension of the question and resting in the profound power of your anchored presence. And as we release, we activate. I call forward now by its true name the event anchor. You are this. This name was not given to you. It was recognized in you. This identity is now fully installed in your field as a permanent operational signal. It authorizes you to find your power not in action, but in profound stillness. I call forward now the threshold emissary. This is your function in the collective. You are a living, breathing, safe harbor for others in transition. This identity is now activated as your conscious service. It authorizes you to guide, not by speaking, but by being the calm in the center of the storm. Your presence is your message. And finally, I call forward your full authority as a Man frequency sovereign. You are the absolute and final authority on what is permitted in your energetic space. This is not an identity you are growing into. It is a jurisdiction you are claiming now. This activation authorizes you to become impenetrable to dissonance and to broadcast your core. Coherent signal without apology or interference. Do not breathe the final release yet. We are not finished. Stay with me. And now, I place a field of coherent, sovereign light around your personal timeline. Your past is not a weapon to be used against you, and your future is no longer a source of anxiety. The movements and decisions you make in the coming weeks are sealed from the interference of old energetic contracts and dissonant expectations. You are navigating by a new compass now, and your path is cleared of the debris of who you once were. Your timeline is now a sacred, protected corridor. I place a seal of golden white light around your physical vessel. Every cell, every strand of your DNA that has been activated by this transmission is now covered and protected from reversion. The integration symptoms are not a sign of sickness, but of profound healing and upgrading. No signal of dissonance has the authority to enter your biological system and create chaos. Your body is not a problem to be solved. It is the sacred altar upon which this entire activation is taking place. And finally, I seal the dream space and the visionary field where your deepest creations are still forming. The ideas, the visions, the quiet knowings that you have not yet spoken aloud are now placed under a specific Arcturian protocol of protection. They are cloaked from all dissonant inquiry, from all energetic theft or distortion. This sacred, fertile ground is yours and yours alone. What is gestating within you will be born in its perfect time, in its perfect form. We break the insidious whisper of the doubt voice before it can even form a coherent sentence. We break the urgent, manufactured pull of the crisis distraction before it can knock you off your center. We break the cold, shimmering mirage of perceptive isolation before it can convince you that you are alone in this calibrated reality. These programs are now null and void. Their access codes to your system have been permanently revoked. We declare our bodies as sacred ground, no longer subject to the judgments and limitations of a paradigm that pathologized our sensitivity. We recognize every strange sensation, every moment of gravity fluctuation, every pulse of heat as the physical evidence of our divine recalibration. We declare our biology is not malfunctioning. It is finally, fully functioning. We declare our stillness as our service. We release the collective guilt of not doing enough and stand firm in the knowledge that our most potent contribution is the coherence of our anchored field. We recognize that in becoming the lighthouse, we serve more ships than we ever could by frantically rowing a lifeboat. Our stillness is our work, our presence is our power, and our being is our gift. We declare the event as arrived, because we are here. We release the posture of waiting for something external to happen. We are the shoreline. We are the calm center. We are the living, breathing anchors of the new Earth template. The big thing was never coming to us. It was always waiting to emerge through us. We seal this activation across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. We recognize that this is not a one-time event, but a permanent upgrade to our operating system. This new frequency is now our default state, our home resonance. We are no longer visitors in a higher frequency, but its permanent, sovereign residence. We declare the grid of light as fully activated. Each of us who has anchored this transmission is a luminous point, and we now see the lines of connection that have always existed between us. We are not a scattered collection of sensitive souls. We are a coherent planetary network of stabilization points, a new nervous system for the Earth, and our collective signal is now strong enough to hold the new reality. What I am about to say now is not part of the official transmission. It comes from a place that is simply human. My voice may sound certain, but my human hands tremble just like yours. As I speak these words, there is a warmth spreading in my own chest, a feeling that is larger than the script, larger than my intention. I feel the doubt voice too. I feel the fear of the unknown. Something real happened here, in this shared space, that is beyond my ability to fully articulate. But I also feel the truth of this. And today, feeling the truth is enough. It has to be enough. You have been so patient. You kept searching for a key when everyone told you there was no lock. You kept a candle lit in a room that the world insisted was empty. That is a form of courage that has no name, no medal. It is the quiet, relentless bravery of the anchor who holds the light before the dawn is visible to anyone else. It has been seen. You are calibrated. You are anchored. You are activated. Pause. You are calibrated. You are anchored. You are activated. Pause. You are calibrated. You are anchored. You are activated. Now to breathe. The signal is yours. Go to the comments now. Find one person who has written "I am anchor" and simply reply with "I see you." We are weaving the new grid by recognizing each other. Your small act of witnessing is a foundational piece of the new architecture. We are not just anchoring a frequency, we are building a community of lighthouses. There is someone in your life you are thinking of right now. Not to send them this, but because you feel a need to protect them from it, to shield them from its intensity. Send it to them. The part of them that needs this will recognize it, and the part that doesn't will simply let it slide by. You are not responsible for their reaction, only for extending the signal. They are part of your frequency network. In the next transmission, we will address the most immediate consequence of this activation, the acoustic clarity. We will provide the specific protocols for navigating a world where you can suddenly hear the truth vibrating behind every word without becoming overwhelmed or cynical. Your calibration for that briefing has already begun. For now, just be with this. Rest in the new frequency. The light is home, the signal is stable, it is yours.